Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening and welcome to the late but overdue player ratings for Arsenal 1, Sporting Lisbon 1, which finished 5-3 on penalties to Sporting Lisbon. This is your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Delete London Gooner. Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Yeah, Thursday night was a disappointment. Having done my research and rewatched the game again, we were sloppy on the ball. I mean, a lot of fans on the fan cam singled out Fabio Vieira, but there was a number of players that were giving the ball away. Reece Nelson, Granit Xhaka, maybe. I think there were a number of players off it. And for me, even Ben White didn't have a good game. Tomiyasu went off injured. Saliba went off injured. And Sporting Lisbon controlled 90 minutes of the game. Yes, we got the goal, maybe against the run of play, or maybe due to the fact that we got hold of the ball and started to spray the ball about, as neatly and smartly as possible. And we did get that goal. But take nothing away, Sporting Lisbon started off the second half extremely well and a lot quicker than us, and they wanted it more. And I have to say, what a world-class strike from the halfway line from Galvez. What a audacious lob. He caught Aaron Ramsdale right out. Gave me nightmares of the Naeem 1995. For those of you younger fans that have never seen Arsenal win the league or Arsenal go through disappointment, Naeem in 1995 lobbed one of our best goalkeepers in the club history, in David Seaman, one of the best goalkeepers I've seen in my generation. He lobbed David Seaman from the halfway line, and that was embarrassing. And I'll tell you what, as embarrassing as I might be as an Arsenal fan, I have to applaud that. That was a top world-class strike. And Sporting Lisbon deserved their opportunities. I mean, they deserve the opportunity to go into the quarter-finals of the Europa League, and they deserve to win the game. They wanted it over 2 legs. But before I keep going on, before carry on with the review, all that I want you to do is show me love, joy, and respect, and smash the thumbs up like button for me. Yeah, smash the thumbs up like button for me in abundance. Yeah, let's get that thumbs up numbers up. Yeah, do me a favor, share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. Yeah, and if you're watching this content or myself for the first time, welcome on board. Share this content all over the world and to your friends and your relatives, and tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives. Yeah. If you want to comment on the Sporting Lisbon game, if you want to give me your own reaction, your own analysis, your opinions, etc., it's all welcome in the comment section below. Just remember to keep it nice and respectful. Yeah. Thank you. That's my comment sections for positive feedback only. Yeah. And lastly, make sure you hit the subscribe button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately. Yeah. My aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers and over. And remember, as many times as you can subscribe, I'll shout you out as many times as humanly possible. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, etc. Just subscribe to the channel. It's all love, joy, and respect here. So, yeah, back to the review. I didn't think it was a good night. Yes, we've made changes. Did I feel that our manager disrespected the tournament? No, not necessarily. Would I feel that the manager believes that the league is our priority? Yes, the league is a priority, and where we're sitting where we are top of the league at the moment. At the time it was 5 points. Now it's 8 points clear, and I will be doing a match review tomorrow for our victorious display against Crystal Palace. I believe personally it's the Premier League over the Europa League. But again, if you're being realistic, if you look at our squad, it is not the biggest. It's not as big as Man City's. I don't think it's as big as Chelsea's. In fact, I know it's not as big as Chelsea's. I don't think it's as big as Man United or Liverpool's for that matter. So for me, there is bodies to improve. There's bodies that are needed to improve the depth of our squad. Yes, we've bolstered it a little bit with 3 signings in the January transfer window, but we still need more. We still need more to get that depth right. We need a complete bigger squad. Mikel Arteta has to understand that if we're going to compete for all 4 trophies next season, he needs a bigger squad. You know, he might have to break the rule and go over 25 players because it is a long, hard season if you're competing for all 4 trophies, a lot of games. And that being said, speaking of games, one of the games that we were not good at was Sporting Lisbon over 2 legs. That was one of our poorest performances at the Emirates I've seen this season. And there's no beating around the bush. Players were off the pace, flat, and really sloppy with the ball at their feet. With the ball at their feet in possession, they were sloppy. And I'm under no illusion that Arteta won't have given them a bollocking, because he would have given them a hell of a bollocking. And then they would have known about it as soon as they got into that change room that night, or on Friday morning as he got them into a whole squad meeting and discussed their poor performance. That being said, I'm going to go on to the player ratings. Let's start off with Aaron Ramsdale. Now, for me, I think he made 2 good saves in that game. But for me, he was so off his line for their equaliser in the second half. Oh, excuse me, I am a little bit tired. And he got caught out here. I have to give him a 6. Takehiro Tomiyasu, he got injured with 7-8 minutes gone. And as he done like the splits, I think his right leg twisted awkwardly. And I think he done his knee in. And I don't think I'm hoping it's not a serious knee ligament, because he could be out for the rest of the season. But let's just touch wood that isn't the case. I'll have to give him a standard 6. Let's get through the team. William Saliba, he went off with a back strain, but I don't think it's a serious injury that will keep him out long term. He might be fit for the Leeds United game, depending on how he recovers. But for me, William Saliba, 6. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhaes, what can I say about him? Thought he was solid during that game. Done what was asked of him. Sprayed the ball well. He sprayed the ball well. Didn't panic. Defended when he had to defend, and he done everything that was asked of him. 7.5. Alexander Zinchenko, not one of his best games. If anything, this is possibly one of, if not the worst game in an Arsenal shirt. Found wanting defensively as we got counter-attacked. He had a tough time against Edwards, the ex-Tottenham winger. But that being said, I didn't see enough of him from an offensive point of view, and he was sloppy on the ball as well at times. 6. Jorginho, all right on the ball, but off the ball, he was found wanting, and at times he was sloppy. I'm gonna have to give him a 5. Fabio Vieira, worst game in an Arsenal shirt since the 35 million signing from Porto. He was roughed up, like he was like really bullied off the ball. Gave the ball away a number of times. I lost count after God knows. Let's say he was just so he was just so poor with the ball at his feet, giving the ball away, trying flicks, and he'll give the ball away and not realise that he's doing it. I mean, he was just too sloppy for me. And again, he is physically not the strongest, and maybe him going out on loan and getting bulked up a bit will help him in the longer run. But for me, this game was not for him. A 3 out of 10 for Fabio Vieira. Granit Xhaka, suppose he kept going as a box-to-box midfielder. You can see that he works tirelessly hard, and he's a natural leader on the pitch without the armband. Gave his all, scored his goal. I'll reward him with a 7. The front three, Reece Nelson on the right, he didn't really offer us nothing really. He was guilty of giving the ball away as much as Fabio Vieira. Didn't do enough to go directly one-on-one with the left back and cause him a problem. I think their left back had it relatively comfortable for me. However, he did work hard for the team, but not enough. 5.5. On the other side, Gabriel Martinelli, one of his poorest games this season. For me, it was as if he was not on the pitch at times, you know. And when he did have the ball, he was really sloppy, tried too hard. Again, he's another one who gave the ball away just as much as Fabio Vieira and Nelson. For me, 4. And I love Gabriel Martinelli. Trossard, or who was it up front? Was it Trossard? Yeah, it was Trossard. And I suppose he had an opportunity to score, but forced a great save from the goalkeeper. Again, I have to say, he wasn't too bad, but he weren't the best player on the pitch. 6. Right, on to the substitutions. Benjamin White, who came on, didn't have the best of games, I thought. Not one of his best performances. Yeah, he lost. He gave the ball away himself, and there was a number of Arsenal players giving the ball away and decision making in the final third when he was overlapping Reece Nelson as such. But for me, I'm going to give him a 6. Rob Holding, I thought he had a great game against Sporting Lisbon that night, and I think he was our man of the match. I'll give him an 8. He won every header and he made last ditch blocks. He was making blocks after blocks whenever he was faced with a sporting player who was going for a shot. He was prepared to put his body on the line, and he did that very well. I'm going to give him an 8. Who else came on? For Fabio Vieira, Martin Odegaard. Yeah, he showed in a short space of time, he showed his quality in places more than what Vieira did in 100 minutes that he was on. I'll give Odegaard a 6. Bukayo Saka, 6.5. At least you could see there was a spark there with him. Direct with his opponent, whether he's 1-on-1 or sometimes 2-on-1, he was direct, and he looked like he was going to make something happen at times. Thomas Partey, complete control. Came on for Jorginho, and you could see the difference, the physicality. You know, he was all over the pitch as much as you can think, and he's the octopus in our team. That's why they call him the octopus. I call him our midfield bully destroyer. Thomas Partey for me, on song, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Mikel Arteta, I thought the changes were not for the great of good, if anything, for the worse. And you could see we struggled to maintain our shape in the team, our discipline, our focus. We struggled on that. And you can see Sporting Lisbon wanted it more. They showed more hunger, more desire, and a lot more dedication to the competition, more than what we could say. And they wanted it. They wanted to win it more, and you could see it. I would give, I'd have to give Mikel Arteta, mark him down as a 5. Not a good night for him. The referee, poor. 1 out of 10. He was so atrocious, Mikel. The referee. Oh, the decision making from time to time was ridiculous. He allowed a lot of things to go. A lot, iffy, a lot of iffy challenges going in. It was ridiculous. 1 out of 10 for the referee. The Arsenal fans, a 9 out of 10. They still got heard. They still made their presence known and played the 12th man as best they could. For me, or shall I say, play the 12th player as best they could. For me, they get a 9 out of 10 for me. So that's my player ratings done, from the bench wise to the starting 11. The management and the ref has been marked down. So yet again, on this late Sunday evening, it's always a marvellous pleasure to do a match review with ratings. And on top of that, all that I need to say is, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, saving the best to last. Thank you so much for putting up with me, as you always do. More to the point, just look after your friends, do look after your families, and make sure you look after yourselves. And yes, happy Mother's Day to those mothers of their fathers who have their own children, etc. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers who do especially to the single mums who do the mums and the dad's jobs in one go. Happy Mother's Days. And I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. And that's a match review of our 4-1 victory over Crystal Palace. So look out for that, 5:30, yeah? I've left it in the notification. So, and another thing, please turn on your notifications, subscribers, viewers who have been watching me for a long while, please turn on the notification. I'm going to be leaving that at the bottom of my ticker tape, so I'm going to leave that on the bottom of the ticker tape, That being said, that's DLG repping. I represent, and I will chat to you again. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, Do all of that for me, Until next time, I'm out of here. Just remember, please always be nice. And I do mean be nice. Cheers.